All right, shalom everyone, and peace of the Lord to all of you. We have to go back live again. I mean, this Trump is giving me headache. Seriously, I'm getting tired. So after all the news about ceasefire and peace forever and God bless Israel and Iran by Trump, I just heard this.
Clearly a major strike that took place. Now, as far as that ceasefire is concerned, earlier, a senior Iranian official said that the Iranians had not gotten any sort of proposal about a ceasefire. They were not expecting one. They also said, and they were in fact saying, that they were going to intensify their retaliatory strikes, of course, first and foremost, meaning against the Israelis for some of the airstrikes that we've been seeing here. We've not seen the situation quiet down since then, but certainly as of right now, there's no indication that the Iranians are expecting that a ceasefire is going to happen soon. But one thing that we certainly are seeing is that in this night, the Israelis seem to be ramping up their aerial campaign. The Iranians obviously ramping up their defense that they're trying to mount of that aerial campaign. And of course, you had those strikes against the LUD base, which the Iranians earlier today, this was on state media, but this was also official channels as well, they called it robust and successful. And one of the things that was a key line that the Iranians were putting out is that they were saying that on that base, they fired exactly as many missiles there as the Americans dropped on Iranian nuclear installations. Of course, that could indicate that that was a tit-for-tat response.
Now we know that this attack was, like a bunch of fart because they did not even harm a chicken there. But this is not the news, really. Look what will happen after.
Yeah, so Fred Plotkin, one of the only Western journalists in Tehran, so extraordinary access there and extraordinary view of what is going on inside of Iran. Let's go to Tel Aviv now. Jonathan Conricus joins us. He's former...
Now, this is the guy who knows. This is the guy who you can take what he says seriously. Look what he just said. Go, Jonathan.
IDF spokesperson. I believe you're still there. Jonathan, it's very early there. I really appreciate it. What is the latest information you have from the ground there in Israel? Has Benjamin Netanyahu agreed to the terms of the ceasefire as Trump has laid them out?
So good morning to you. As far as I'm aware, no, that has not yet happened. I think that the Israeli...
Did you hear it? As I know, there's no such a thing. And the Iranians said, there's no such a thing. Trump saying, oh, there is such a thing. What the heck? So the foreign minister of Iran refused to say, yes, we have a ceasefire. The Israeli, they are saying no. Not only this guy, he said, no, there is no such a thing. Look what he said.
Good morning to you. As far as I'm aware, no, that has not yet happened. I think that the Israeli cabinet is deliberating exactly that topic as we're speaking, or they may have just concluded deliberating. And this is now an interesting time. That's politically, but militarily, I'll say a few things before that. We've had a relatively quiet night. The last time that we were in bomb shelters was several hours ago. There were 4 UAVs that were fired from Iran or dispatched from Iran that were intercepted outside of Israeli airspace. So Israelis have had an abnormally quiet night, which of course is always welcome. But at the political level, we're now at an interesting time because this may be the first time that we will see Israeli interests diverge from US political directives. I think Israel believes and feels that there is still a lot of work that needs to be done against the IRGC, against their ballistic missiles, and against their ability to continue to fund and arm terror organizations. But now the US is saying that there's a ceasefire, so we'll see how this is, what the middle ground can be for Israel.
Okay, so what is the objective here? What is the...
So see, he's saying the opposite. He says we have a lot of things to finish yet. We are not done. Listen carefully what he said.
Missiles and against their ability to continue to fund and arm terror organizations. But now the US is saying that there's a ceasefire. So we'll see how this is, what the middle ground can be for Israel.
Okay.
So Trump is trying to force Israel to cease fire. You see what we are talking about? The Israeli, they don't want a ceasefire for now because they believe there is some work to do. The one who is trying to force it is Trump. Iranian did not even say we agree.
Interests diverge from US political directives. I think Israel believes and feels that there is still a lot of work that needs to be done against the IRGC, against their ballistic missiles, and against their ability to continue to fund and arm terror organizations. But now the US is saying that there's a ceasefire, so we'll see how this is, what the middle ground can be for Israel.
Okay, so what is the objective here? What is the wish list if the US was to acquiesce fully to it? Is it regime change? Is it the killing of the Ayatollah? What else is on that list?
Yeah, I think, regime change has been spoken about a lot. It was never an official Israeli goal, and Israel hasn't really done things to put it into effect directly. But I think it is something of a hope that Israel will be able to live without an enemy country, with a regime that appears to be fixated and just consumed by hatred towards Israel and really hell-bent on Israel's destruction. So it is a big deal here. Yes, the nuclear infrastructure and the weapons program was number one and paramount, but I think Israel wants to achieve long-term change for the better.
Sure.
There's many things to say about so-called regime change. I think it's evident and very clear that it can only happen by the Iranian people. Maybe the regime can be weakened sufficiently in order for the Iranian people to do what's good for them in a way that they decide, not that anybody from the outside will decide. And maybe now, if there's a ceasefire, revolutions, they usually don't happen during war. They usually happen after war, when things settle down a bit, and then it becomes more dangerous for autocratic regimes to stay in power.
We're seeing new explosions reported in Tehran. This is less than 4 hours after this ceasefire is set to begin. I'm not entirely sure how you phase in such a ceasefire. Obviously, Donald Trump has given both sides, or wanted to appear to give both sides, some breathing room to finish the mission, whatever that is. If these explosions are...
Actually, I just saw in the news that obviously this is Iran. They just attacked the Iraqi Baghdad airport, where they attacked two locations actually. One location have a radar, which there's no American there, and they attack other location where is American there. 3 drones, they attack the American part of the airport, like the Baghdadi or the Iraqi airport of Baghdad, have a part of it occupied by the American, like for transporting, the convoy of the embassy. They don't go through normal roads in Iraq, so they go and take an airplane from the airport, like small airplane, from the airport into the embassy. So the American, they control that area, and they have their own security system, etc. So this is just like maybe 20 minutes ago. The Iranian, they try to attack the American. So while Trump talking about ceasefire and it's over, and that's it, the Iranian, they attack and they are done, why the Iranian are attacking the American in Baghdad? There is something very messed up. Nobody understands what's going on. And this is about Qatar. Let us see where is the one about Baghdad airport. There's even no report actually in it, in the internet. Can you believe it? Okay, let us go and see. Yeah. Nobody even reporting the news yet. But let me find it for you. There is many attack. Nobody understand what's going on. I mean, is it really Iran attacking those things? I'm not sure what's going on in this is a new attack just now. This is just now. Attack on the base. It's called the base of Imam Ali. The base of Imam Ali in the south of Iraq. Who is the one doing those attacks? You know? So just 20 minutes ago, they attacked the airport where Americans are located. In the base is called Victoria in the airport of Baghdad. And now there's other attack, which is in the south of Iraq, not in Baghdad, all the way in the south, in a base. It's called the base of Imam Ali. I'm not sure what is this. You know, anyone understand? All right. So one attacked the radar. That means there's 3 attacks already happened in the last 30 minutes. One attacking the radar.
تهدف قاعدة فيكتوريا التابعة للقوات الأمريكية قرب مطار بغداد.
So this is Victoria. Actually, this is the no, not sorry, not Victoria here. This is the base where the radar is, and then they try to attack Victoria where the American is. Nothing happened, and the attack happened in the south of Iraq. So 3 attacks happen in less than 30 minutes, and all of them they are done by suicide drones. And suicide drones usually is the one is used by Iran or Hezbollah. Israel don't use suicidal drones. You know, the Israeli don't waste money. They send a drone, come back to us. You know, we want to use you again. You know, they are very efficient. You know. Yeah. So we don't know what's happening. The news say something, what's happening in something else. Who is the one doing those attacks? Until now, Trump, he said nothing about any attack in American bases in Iraq or anywhere. Yeah, he's not saying anything, you know. And, you know, the funny I found about this ceasefire, I don't know if you guys notice, that the Israeli will cease fire after 24 hours. The Iranian, they will cease fire after total ceasefire after 12 hours. Why the Iranian they agree that the Israeli they can hit them for the coming 24 hours, while they can hit only for 12 hours? Isn't this is a clear evidence of defeat? Sometimes this website doesn't function. I don't know why. I don't know. Stop working. Iranian FM says if Israel hold fire, so will Iran. We fought until very last minute. So I don't know. I mean, everybody say different story. I have no idea. Very weird, very weird. See, like, look here. Iran foreign minister, he said, there's no final ceasefire agreement. If Israel stop, we stop. It looked like, you know, this is the Iranian, they are desperate for ceasefire, but they don't want to say we want it, you know? I mean, isn't it obvious that you are potato? So you are just saying, we don't want to fight Israel no more. But stop, you stop. That is a clear evidence of defeat because they are the one who attack you. Isn't it the Iranian, they said, well, Israel can start the war, but we are the one who can finish it only, which means they are the one who can decide when the war will stop. So why you are asking the Israeli to stop first? So it's a clear evidence of a clear defeat for the Iranian. They don't know what to do. The Israeli are wiping the floor with them. And obviously, Trump is forcing the Israeli to cease fire. Otherwise, the Israeli, they want to continue a little more, maybe a few days more, you know. I don't think they want to continue like for long, but maybe like a week, you know, maybe 5 days, you know, vacation, right? I mean, yeah, it's a shish kebab. Obviously, why in the world you agree that the Israeli can stop firing 12 hours after you stop? Why you agree with that? Are you stupid? So they can hit you 12 hours more and you cannot hit back. This is what Trump he said. Very, very weird. It's a clear surrender, you know. And as you see, the Israeli, they are the ones saying, no, we don't want that. You know, we believe we are not really done yet. And we know this guy is a very connected. He is he was the speaker, the spokesman for the IDF for a long time. Major General Jonathan.
The killing of the Ayatollah. What else is on that list?
Yeah, I think, you know, regime change has been spoken about a lot.
Let us go back where she asked him about the ceasefire. Give me a second.
What is the latest information you have from the ground there in Israel? Has Benjamin Netanyahu agreed to the terms of the ceasefire as Trump has laid them out?
So good morning to you. As far as I'm aware, no, that has not yet happened. I think that the Israeli cabinet is deliberating exactly that topic as we're speaking, or they may have just concluded deliberating. And this is now an interesting time. That's politically, but militarily, I'll say a few things before that. We've had a relatively quiet night. The last time that we were in bomb shelters was several hours ago. There were 4 UAVs that were fired from Iran or dispatched from Iran that were intercepted outside of Israeli airspace. So Israelis have had an abnormally quiet night, which of course is always welcome.